national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 9 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. The back's got it. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But, man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. On the ground, trying for the first down with a tight end. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Tuggle. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And there's the handoff. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or do they face a tough 4th down decision? Short connection to the tight end here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the handoff. tackle, but first down.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. And on the carry, he's heading left. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. Now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Strong opening drive. This is the 11th play coming up. It'll be third down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. There's the handoff. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Caught near the goal line. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A handoff to the back. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that previous play. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Tough situation with the offense. Third and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Back to pass. It's Jackson. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
It's a quick grab. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking to throw yet again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Trying to create outside the pocket now. There's no one to throw to there on third down. And now it's a fourth down coming up.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's fourth down and inches. Dropping back, it's Jackson. The pass ball's incomplete. A big fourth down stop for this defense.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. Here comes a handoff. Solid game, moves the ball to a 43.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
He'll hand it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is four down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Can he get there on the ground? Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker.
Well, they tried to grind out for those 2 yards, and they came up just short. I'm talking inches short. You know the players are going to say, hey, Coach, let's go for it. We can make it. We can make it. It's fourth down and inches. Get behind that line and go for it.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Gets rid of it on the move. Grab made by the tight end. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Bootleg here fools the defense completely. He gets out on the corner, and he's got the option to run it or throw it. Nice, accurate throw in rhythm and a first down.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And here's the handoff. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
And I really thought on 2nd goal, you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead, try to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Third and goal, try to make it on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a 1st down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Jackson. Snags the quick throw. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And he drops back in the gun. He's running out of time here. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. And the back now goes in motion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Davis. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you can do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Finds his man. It's Davis. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. To throw, it's Jackson. Finds his target, and it's complete. Touchdown, Seminoles. This quarterback on fire today.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Point after, knocked right through. PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on fourth down last time. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Looking to pass here on second down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Disquipke picked up by one of the blockers. He's tackled at the 34 after a decent kick return there. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Gibson. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Opening play of the drive, good throw to the left. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense operating from the pistol. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Back to throw. It's Jackson. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down play coming up. They'll run it here. Runs through the defender. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Dropping back. It's Jackson. Defense is coming after him. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to bait this defensive line to believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away. Make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Lets it go quickly. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Across midfield. He's past the 30. The 10. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs. With a takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, if you're going to be able to play in the SEC and be a dominant team, you have to have defensive linemen like this right here. And we've seen that from Georgia over the years. They've been incredibly blessed to have defensive linemen that can hold up against the run, also have the ability to do this right here, which is pressure the quarterback and come up with those sacks.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Scanning the field, it's Jackson. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. He finds the running back in the flat. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. Finds his man, has the first down. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And the Seminoles will line up on 1st and 10. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. He'll try a pass here. And it's caught. Important second down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's moving out of the pocket now. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works. And the Bulldogs will send the punt team onto the field. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks through the tackler. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Looking to pass. It's Jackson. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
How much can they pick up on 3rd down? Try a field goal from here would be 57 yards. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Defense all over it. They stop him. I don't think he got it.
Well, that run didn't go anywhere here on 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down. And right now, late in the game, they've got to go for this. They got to call their best 4th and short play and hope to keep the sticks moving.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Sticking with the running game. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Crispy gets so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be 1st down yardage.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Davis. Run for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. long enough and good. And we are tied up now here in the fourth quarter.
And I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
Georgia offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? He'll hand it off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's third down and 3. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. They can't slow him down. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Let's see how they play this. You don't want to settle for overtime. A field goal wins it, but they've got some work to do to improve position for that kicker. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, Knowles. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Offense on the field to take over. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They'll test the right side here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's 2nd down here. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.